Hi, my friends. I'm going to say hi a few times because I know the live video starts, but the audio doesn't quite link up and start at the same time. But here we go. Hi, my friends. I can start seeing all of the messages in the live chat. Hi, my friends, and welcome back to The Joy of Pouring with me, Frost, from Frosty Eye Candy. So, first thing I kind of want to mention is the intros, and we're going to do them in the reverse order this time. In the, oops, I'm balancing, nearly falling over. In the live chat, we have the lovely Britt, we have the lovely Sheldon, and we have the lovely, fantastic Lance. That's Britt from Britt Clayton Designs, Sheldon from Sherrock Art, and Lance Travis from Pouring Together with Lance Travis. And we have also got lovely Kristey, who's in my ear. She is the Illinois correspondent, as I affectionately just call her. I don't know why I say that. This is the acrylic crazy train though, so you know, this is why things like this get used and said. We also have the amazing, fantastic, my brother from another mother, Wombat, who is also known as Darren from Venom Fluid Art. He is in the live chat. He's in Australia, our New South Wales correspondent. And last but by no means least, the lovely, we just love, I can't say enough about B. We love B very much. Bridget is in the live chat too. And they are what helps make this show and then our acrylic crazy train afterwards so much fun to do and so much fun for you guys to watch at home. So that's the intros done. Now, I just want to take a quick second to remind you guys, please subscribe. If you don't subscribe to the channels and to our channels, you can't participate in the live chat and you won't be able to leave comments on our videos if you like them, or if you've got some suggestions of how we could make the better ones. And also to like videos. You can't do that unless you're subscribed. It's only an email, and we would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, because we want to build our figures and our numbers and our watchers, viewers at home. So now, just brings me on to super stickers and super chats. These are the little dollar signs in the bottom right hand corner of your screen where you type in the message that you send into the live chat. They are a way of getting your message highlighted and noticed and more likely to be picked up by one of the moderators in the live chat, whom I have just all introduced you to. Now, we did think, and the reason why we're asking for super stickers is to help us buy some more equipment and cameras, a bit of light rings so we can get diffused light, maybe another camera or another device so we can film 2 camera angles. But it also goes to helping us pay for the shipping when we do these giveaways and we post things out all the time. Now, I did think after finally finishing all the paraphernalia you have to with YouTube and then Google and AdSeen, all the different parent companies, they told me that there was a treaty with people that live in Canada and we don't have to pay any tax. Well, they paid me minus 24% tax. So even when I'm pretty sure I did the form right. And I even have a screenshot of it saying, yes, you're tax exempt, we'll take no money. But obviously when they pay, they took some money. Tina Wheaton, thank you so much, darling Tina. There you go, that's an example of a sticker. Oh, Danielle Boatsman, thank you so much, Danielle. These are examples of little stickers and the super chats and the way you can get your messages highlighted. But yes, they have taken 24%. I'm going to try and find out why, but wish me luck against Google, AdSeen and all of those parent companies. But Georgianne, Joyous Bean, thank you so much. Just want to give a quick shout out to the beans, no favoritism at all, but a quick shout out. Some of the OG beans, that was one of them right there. Bless her heart, Joyous Bean, but also Jan Bean and Lamb Bean and Bella Bean and Wig Bean, Joyous Bean as I've mentioned, Rainbow Bean, Boss Bean and Messy Bean. Of course, everyone in the live chat and the moderators in the live chat have got bean names as well, but I just wanted to give you a quick shout out. If I've missed you and you want me to give you a shout out, tell us in the live chat and Kristey will read it and she'll tell me about the live chat, what's going on in the live chat and the questions that have been asked, I meant. It's not always easy for me because I can always see the messages while we're filming this way. As soon as the camera's down, I can't see the messages anymore. So apologies. Oh, Heather, oh, darling, Rainbow Bean, that was so generous of you. Thank you, sweetheart, thank you. Yes, so right, where were we? Yes, the last little bit of waffle is going to be that a few of the moderators in the chat have Facebook stores. And if you'd really like to support us, that would be the best way, would be to buy a piece of our art. And it also helps us kind of legitimize this crazy addiction to our other fantastic halves who put up with a hell of a lot and are rather wonderful and supportive of this art form for me and for us all, and allow us to do it and get some therapy. Of course, the lovely Vanna, I cannot forget the lovely Vanna, huge shout out to her as she is a central part of the team. And also Kales or Kayleen, that's Bubble Bean. Tiffany Reeves, oh thank you so much Tiffany, that was so generous of you, thank you. Yes, a big shout out to Bubble Bean as well, who's also a big part of the team here at the Acrylic Crazy Train and Joy of Pouring. And they certainly help and make it as good as it can be. And that's just me waffling on from the shush now. So, last thing, please tell us in the live, oh, whoa, hold the phone. Lamb Bean, oh, you've just really... Shipping this month, wow. Oh, darling. Oh, gosh, I'm a bit flushed. Yeah, look, Jan Bean, I've got goosebumps. Not Jan Bean, Lamb Bean. Oh, wait, you're going to make me cry. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support following us all us loonies on the Acrylic Crazy Train. That was, Lamb Bean, thank you, darling, thank you. Wow, you threw me for a loop there with that one. Oh, sorry, that's Chris. Sorry, it disappeared real quick. Sorry, Chris, please. Moderators in the chat, thank that last sticker that was just given there. Wow, I'm sorry, I did get a bit emotional there. Right, okay. Back to it and back to a nice relaxed start and having some fun. So this is going to be, and it still is going to be, JellyBean Blooms. Oh, JellyBean Blooms. Again, you see, I write this on the side as a little side note, and I can look through my notes here, but I inevitably keep looking at this and don't forget this, don't forget this. Wait, sorry, the brain's going, don't forget this, and I'm just waffling away. This part is very essential because I am part of the Acrylic Crazy Train, not just the Facebook group, but the Acrylic Crazy Train that we are now doing, where we have the live here, followed by a procession of premieres to keep you guys entertained on a Sunday afternoon, all the way into Monday morning for those poor people that are up at the crack of dawn in Australia, like our beloved Womsbat.
Oh, look at Janet Lambert just sent you $50.
Janet, sweetheart.
You guys.
Right, okay. Lamb Bean, thank you, my dear. Thank you, my darling. Your generosity seems to know no bounds. I'm forever humbled by it and grateful and thankful for it. And thank you. What wonderful beans we have. Jelly beans. Right, okay. So the Acrylic Crazy Train, this is the joy of pouring with me, and we're the first kind of the destination. The train leaves from here, and we go all the way around to Darren, Acker, Wombat, Venom, Fluidart in New South Wales. And we come all the way back round for Kreations by Kristey, who's I can hear her giggling in my ear. Kreations by Kristey, we go to Illinois for that. And then after Kristey, we go to Maryland for Sheldon and Sherrock Arts for his premiere. And then after Sheldon, we go back around the country to Texas. See, our Acrylic Crazy Train is just literally Crazy Train all around the world. We go to Britt in Texas for Britt with Britt Clayton Designs for her premiere. And then the caboose that's loose on this train, the caboose that's loose, I didn't mean that in a bad way, Lance, I'm sorry. Don't ad-lib, Frosty, don't ad-lib. Yes, our caboose on the train is pouring together with Lance Travis, and he is our last destination on the train. So thank you, my friends. Please stay tuned because we're going to mention the GameChanger giveaway, part 2, which is still just up here. We're going to go over the competition and how you can win this. And we're also going to do last week's canvas, which I'm just going to step over here and get. This was the double open cup we used. And bingo, she came out so beautiful. I put a coat of resin on it And look at that lovely double open cut result. Using our dollar paints, and then, you know, with the resin, you know, it just brings it all back to life. So this is last week's canvas, and we're going to set the competition for this at the end of the show. Okay, thank you, friends. So, just going to lay that back down there. Just going to take a sip of water. JellyBean Blooms, that's what we were going to do today. And we are still going to do JellyBean Blooms, but I had said in the description and in the pre-release earlier in the week that we were going to use Indigo Waves. We were going TLP, obviously. We were going to use Iridescent Blue Black by Pebeo. We were going to use Liquitex Ultramarine Blue, and then TLP Macaw. Now, I mixed these up and I tried many, many, many different ways. And I just really couldn't get it to work with anything that was kind of satisfactory for me that I wanted to do live for you guys. Now, you know, there's one or two things you can do when you kind of feel like you lost your mojo, and see this, you know, not being able to get it to work inspired this great side theme to the show of Jelly Beans about what to do when you kind of seemingly lost your paint mojo, or the painting gods don't seem to be with you, and no matter how I layered and ordered those paints, it just wasn't coming out very well, very good at all. Now, you can do one or two things when you feel like the painting gods aren't with you, or you've lost your painting mojo. You can walk away for a day or two, which is great, and then come back, usually with fresh energy, and you make something really great. Or number two, if you really do need to paint for personal reasons, therapy and things like that, because not everybody paints and does this for the same reasons. If you really need to for therapy purposes, and what you're trying out isn't working out to you, the second option is go back to what you know. And that's what I did. Now, a few shows ago, I had a huge panic attack before the show because I hadn't had time to prepare and kind of know what I was doing. Now, again, back then, if I had have realized and remembered there's two options, walk away or go back to what you know, I would have instantly chilled out and lost the panic attack, because I would have just busted out of colors that I know work really well and produce you guys some nice eye candy. So there you go, there's the two things. So we are not going to use those colors. Apologies if you have mixed them up. Oh, no apologies. If you have mixed them up, this is fantastic, because please, try them in different orders if you can get these colors, and you don't necessarily need those exact colors, just a comparable representative. Please post the results in the Acrylic Crazy Train, our group on Facebook, and you can get it if you hashtag Joy of Pouring. We can search for that, and all of the little hashtag Joy for Pouring posts will pop up. And I would love to see you, if you guys got that color palette to work really well, please, please, please share us and show, because we can all learn and share the knowledge and grow on this program. So the colors that I know, drum roll please, Vanna, because some of my friends are going to guess which piggy we're going to use first. Golden peach. Okay, so it's the beautiful, very light pink with a beautiful gold shimmer, semi-transparent pig, as we can see, the little square and the line through it. That's semi-transparent. We are going to use golden peach first. And then we're going to use a favorite of mine, Prism Violet by the Liquitex. And Prism Violet is a transparent because of the little square that's completely open right there. Now, if you've got questions or you don't quite understand transparencies yet and the opacities, please pop it in the questions, and at the end of the show, with some quick Q&A time, we'll go over those and help you understand, okay? Now, the next one we're using, it's the, yes, sorry, I had to read first, look first. Quinacridone Magenta, there we go. And quinacridone Magenta is also a transparent because of the little square that's empty there. And then the last pig, which one? I think another quick drum roll, please, Vanna. It's Twinkle by this little piggy. Now, Twinkle is a duo interference pigment. One way it has a blue flash, and then the other way it has this fantastic magenta, not magenta, sorry, violet flash. Oh, Janet. Wow. You're so very, very generous lamb bean. I'm really quite gobsmacked, and I'm glad lamb bean. Lamb bean and I have been exchanging a few messages, and I'm not sure she knows what I'm up to. So I hope it's going to be a big surprise for her, as that was a surprise for me. Thank you, darling. Your support that's incredible. Thank you so much. So yes, Twinkle is the last one we're going to use. Now I haven't got any of these mixed up or anything like that, so we're going to do some mixing up right here live, because I know I haven't even made the CA yet, because I know a few of our jelly beans. I was frantically searching in my messages to try to find out exactly which ones so I could give you a shout out. But I know I saw a few posts in the few days before about people just receiving their first load, their first order of Australian Floetrol. And I said, that's brilliant, because we're going to be mixing up our CA with Amsterdam paint in the show. So if that was one of you guys, brilliant, fantastic. I'm now just going to take another little drink of water. Gosh, it's almost like my lips are sticking to my teeth. So let's get the camera pointing down. I'm going to carry on waffle as we're doing this, and we are going to mix up some paints and some CA. So there we go, my friends. I hope that is a decent kind of straight angle. And now the light on it. There we go. So we're using our Australian Floetrol, okay? So let's just mix that up first. And while you guys, if anyone wants to paint at home with these new colors, you know, while we're doing this is going to give you guys this exact same time to be able to mix up and do it. And like I said, anybody that had the old colors that I couldn't get to work, that have still got them, please try them in many different combinations, and if they work nicely, post them in the acrylic crazy train. So that's right. Okay, so we are going to make the cell activator first. I'm going to make it 4:1. Okay, so this is a 5 milliliter teaspoon, 5 milliliter, or does it say half or something? No, 5 milliliter. That's it. So 4:1. So we're going to need 4 of the Australian Floetrol, which I'm going to give a little shake up, because we've always got to shake our Australian Floetrol up. Excellent, that's good enough. Now, you know, some people say, wow, you've just shook loads of bubbles into your Australian Floetrol. And I say, yeah, so what? Because Australian Floetrol, as with US Floetrol, has really, really great anti-foaming agents in it that are similar to your paint if it is of a good quality. That's why as soon as we mix the acrylic, Amsterdam acrylic into this, that was 2, this is now 3. So we're mixing up 4:1, we're mixing it, so it's going to be 20 ml of this and 5 ml of the, there we go, 5 ml of the Amsterdam standard acrylic, and this one is my favorite to use. This is the Prussian blue. There we go, the Prussian blue. So with the little bit of Floetrol that's still in our little spoon, it's great because this stops the paint from sticking to the spoon. And he says this, and let's hope it just works properly here. Here we go, and doesn't prove me really wrong. We're right at the end of the little, there we go. So you can see how we haven't got it filled in completely, but it's a little bit proud. That's fine, because if we flattened it out, it would be the perfect amount. So there we go, 4:1, guys. 20 ml of the Australian Floetrol. Okay, Jody. Hi there, Jody. Is there a need for you? Sorry, guys. Kristey just asked me in my ear a question for Jody, who asked, "Is there a need for the Australian Floetrol if you have the US Floetrol?" Is that correct? Oh. Absolutely not. Not really. Not in this game. And what we're doing here is going to, the technique we're using here and the consistency of the paints is great for blooms and swipes. So if you are in Australia or you have Australian Floetrol, there's no real need to go out and buy the US version unless you want to start experimenting with other recipes. because some people have some fantastic recipes out there. Brother Sheldon has the JellyBean Bomb recipe, which uses US Floetrol. And off the top of my head, brother, I'm sorry, I can't remember the other ingredients, but he's going to be in the live chat. And if that's something that interests you, please message Sheldon, and I know he'll be more than happy to share his JellyBean Bomb recipe with you guys. But if, like me, if you really are liking the blooms and the swipes and that kind of thing, no, there's no real need to go and get US Floetrol at all whatsoever. But if it's the only thing available to you, it can make a really great cell activator. The reason why people like myself and Darren and lots of people, the moderators in the chat, and lots of the pros use the Australian Floetrol because it's super simple and easy. It's one ingredient, 3 or 4 to 1 with Amsterdam paint, and it works amazingly, flawless. Will work every time beautifully, and that's why we choose to use the Australian Floetrol. Well, that's for me, speaking for me in my humble opinion, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for my other admins in the group that use it too. Yeah, Kristey says, yep, in my ear right there. So there we go, my friends, there's 4 to 1. Let me show you the consistency, because as you know, pillow ideally would be thickest, and then colours, and then the CA the thinnest. See? Just pours off really nicely, hardly leaves a trace really. You can just about see it before it disappears, but that's the consistency of our cell activator. And another quick thing about cell activators, some people, I've heard some rumors and things, people have said you can only use opaque paints, Amsterdam paints, as cell activators. Oh, Josh, you utter sweetheart. That's so kind of you, Josh. Oh, wow. Thank you very much, Josh. Wow, people are very generous. That's so lovely. Thank you so much, guys. Prussian blue, and I don't know if I can get the camera to pick it up, but Prussian blue is the little square with a line through it. It's semi-transparent, so you can absolutely use semi-transparent and transparent paints as a CA. Pretty much all of the acrylic standard colors work as a CA. Some work a little better than others, but they all work as a cell activator when mixed with the Australian Floetrol. There we go. Chitty chat, waffling away. Wow. Excellent. So that is our cell activator made. Now let me just go through with the colours right now, and we'll make the colours right now. So I'm using the Jo Sonja gloss varnish, and also the Behr 8300 untinted house paint. They're the 2 ingredients. I wanted to show the bottles and the can because people have said, oh, what's in the mason jar? What's in the mason jar? And I'm like, it's 8300, I just said. Anyway, but yes, I decant it into a smaller jar so it's easier to use. But there we go. So I have got my, my 8300 and my gloss varnish here. I've already got a bit of the 8300 in a nice large syringe here. Now this isn't to measure exactly, but this is to actually help me get this out of the jar and in here without too much wastage and spillage. The best way I found is with one of these large syringes. So anyway, anyone that has these pots at home, we are filling up to this first little mark here, which is 15, and then we're going to add up to another 20 milliliters of this, bringing it up to 45. And we're going to add slightly less in the pigments and a little bit more in the, slightly less in the tube paints, sorry, and a little bit more in the pigments, because when we mix these into our gloss varnish, they are still very thin. When we mix a higher viscous material into the varnish, it will inherently come out a little bit thicker. So you want to put slightly less in these and slightly more than 20 ml in your pigments, so they are a nice even consistency. I hope that made sense and I haven't been confusing people. Did that make sense, my lovely Kristey? Fantastic, thank you. Great, so there we go. There's 15 there, 15. Yes, Kristey? Right, decanting. Right, I call it decanting because I'm literally. Oh, sorry. Right, Kristey has just said in my ear. It was Heather that had the question. Rainbow bean. Yeah, rainbow bean. About decanting, why to do it and how to do it. Literally, all I do is I get the mason jar and I call it decanting, like you would decant wine into a vessel to let it get more oxygen and aerate more. Yes, I literally tip this very carefully into the mason jar using a little 1-inch brush. Let me just get the brush so you can see, because 1-inch brush can be many different things. Here we go. I have one of these little painter's brush because, you know, I am a painter and decorator. This is the day job. And literally take the lid off, pour it ever so slowly and use the brush just to scoop it and put it in the pot right here. And I try to keep the pot as full as I can with as less air, because then it won't thicken up anymore, because it is pudding already. I hope that covered the question. Kristey says, yeah. Brilliant. So here we go, guys. We've got the 15 mil of the Jo Sonja in each little cup. Let's bring the camera down a little bit more. Here we go, so we can see a little bit better. Now, when we are doing this and handling pigments, I've said it before in my videos and I've said it before in the lives. I'm going to say it every time. When we open them, we want to open them away from our face. Personally, in my opinion, it's really handy to have one of these wet microfibers on hand next to you. So when you open it, if it's brand new, and these come to me up in the mountain and sometimes they're under pressure. So I will actually put something like this over the top to open them. So when it goes pop, all of this mica and fine powder doesn't just poof into the air, because that in our lungs is not a good story at all. Okay, guys. So even though this isn't a new, oh no, this is a new one. I got it out because I gave my other one away in the GameChanger giveaway last time, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Right, she's not under pressure, and we're just going to very gently get this lid off. And we're always going to open it away from our faces, or preferably have a mask on. Okay, guys? So I've got this nicely away from my face. I need another little dribble of water. Sherwin, thank you so much, my Vanna. She's just getting me some more water. So let's get on and mix up some pigment. So here you go, guys. I'm going to grab, I always am so generous. I'm going to grab that much. You can see nicely, clearly how much it is. And like I said, we're going to mix up 45 milliliters of each color. That's just over an ounce, about 1.5 ounces, I think. So anyway, that's how much of the golden peach we're putting in. And then you put the lid straight back on the golden peach. There we go. And then we put it to the side. We're just gently going to just mooch the golden peach across the surface tension of the varnish that's in there. And just as we spread it out like this, it gives the pigment a greater surface area, and it gives the varnish a greater surface area to absorb it nicely, evenly, and without any lumps. So we're going to do the pigments first, okay, my friends? So here's the Twinkle. The Twinkle isn't new. I've opened it before. But again, away from the face, and there you go. Just where it went, the little lid came off it, a tiny little foof of the pigment went this way. Oh, there's our cat. Hi, darling. So yeah, we really want to make sure we have this away from ourselves. Now, the interference pigments are finer powder, so you don't need as much, but I can't help it. So I'm going to try to only use this. But they really are. I'm just going to put a little bit more because, you know, these babies are the bang for your buck. If you're considering buying some TLPs and you haven't used them before and you're wondering, in my opinion, the interference pigments like Twinkle and the color shifting pigments like Golden Peach are really great kind of, you know, big guns to bring out to a party in a piece, because they really pack a big punch and are fantastic. Anyway, so with our rag, wipe your hands off, because whether you see it or not, you've got some mica on your hands. And now we've wiped it off with our nice damp microfiber using Chomp. I hope you guys have managed to find the Chomp out there in the US. But now my hands are nice and clean, and we don't have mica on them because we don't want that. So I'm now just going to pat around the golden peach a little bit more. I'm going to do that to the twinkle too. And I'm doing it, there you go, you can see. And yeah, she's in there. Now I'm going to mix it up. Excellent. So some people call this an ink when we mix pigment with a varnish, because it kind of literally is, you know, that's what ink is a varnish with pigment. But here we go, that's nicely mixed in. And with the flat little spoons, oh, here you go, let me see if I can, there's the blue and there's the purple. I can't quite see my camera properly, but that's the color shift of Twinkle. Excellent. And we use our little stirring sticks and we can pat down the sides so we don't have any little lumps. How's everybody doing in the live chat? How are my lovely jelly beans? I'm so grateful and thankful that you've joined us, on this Sunday. And so thankful that you've chosen the acrylic crazy chain for your crazy Sunday afternoon journey around the planet. Excellent. So there you go, guys. There's the lovely golden peach mixed in already. Beautiful. Just pat down the sides in case there are little lumps, because after we pat the sides, there certainly won't be. Excellent. Now with the Liquitex. So this is the Prism Violet, and I'm going to, right, okay, I'm going to get a little bit of, no, I'm just going to show you. Here you go, guys. This is how much we actually need, all right? So, bum, 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 bum. It's a nice sized blueberry, okay? Oh, and I dropped the blueberry. Right, so, oh no, I've just dropped it all. I need to pour a new blueberry, right, okay, so there we go. With what's left, that's pretty good. Yes, lovely Frosty, look at that, what's he gonna do? I bet they're all really laughing in the live chat now going, oh my God. What are we gonna do? Quick, Vanna, get another rag. Oi, and I watch the show back, not from vanity, but from to read the live chats, and so I can make the show better and read all the live chats of what the people said and kind of answer questions if there's anything missed. And I read lots of messages last week about Vanna, hide the rags, hide his rags. You are a mean, rotten lot, and I love your sense of humor. I love you very much. That's the Prism Violet, guys. Now let's just wipe up the blueberry that we just wasted there. Oh dear. Well, we wasted a pea there. I put a bit more on and then it was a blueberry. So we're gonna add that same blue. I'm just gonna do it straight into here, okay? Bingo, there you go, guys. That's all you need. Maybe a little bit more. Oomph, in it goes. And they are the 4 colors we're using. The other thing with these JellyBean Blooms, or what I call JellyBean Blooms, or, you know, the pretty pictures I've made and why I think they are successful is because they're minimalist in their colors as such. Do you know what I mean? We're only talking about 4 colors and a cell activator. And I've just really been getting more into these minimalist color palettes because of the beautiful results that they were creating. So there we go, that's the quinacridone magenta. So we're going to fill up the 2 pigments first. I'm going to first of all put in, there we go, 10 mil. No, sorry, 15. Because, no, not 15, right, okay. I am going to put in 20, the full 20. There we go, thank you. I just forgot my math for a minute, my friends at home, I'm sorry. And we're just going to have to stir this up. Now again, where I'm stirring vigorously, I am putting a lot of air bubbles in our pouring mixture, our pouring medium. But it's okay because, so, oh, Lily Burns. Oh, Lily, thank you so much for the sticker you just sent me. Kristey just told me in my ear. Thank you, darling, that's so lovely. So there we go, guys. There is the consistency. Now, I am going to put in a little bit more in these pigments, like I said, because the initial solution we are dealing with, these 2 are slightly thicker already than the pigments are. So we put a little bit more in the pigments than we do the tube paints. So I'm going to put in 22, and I'm going to put another 2 in on the golden peach. And that's just going to thicken it up a little bit more. So when I put 20 mil in these two tube paints, the consistency is going to hopefully be, he says, a nice even consistency of through all the colours. As we know, consistency is key. There we go, that's nice. How does that look, Kristey? I know the golden peach. How many of you betted on the golden peach? I would use golden peach. Oh, I was very, I was a little too exuberant there, mixing the, mixing the twinkle. I am, you right, okay, Lily would like to know what kind of syringe I am using, and I will tell you, Lily, bingo. It is a just regular one I got from Amazon. It's a 60 ml, the large syringe, and I can't really tell you much more than that. It says for single use. It's a medical syringe, so it comes in that pack that you open. But that's the size of the syringe, and that's what they look like. I get them from Amazon. So yeah, I was a little exuberant mixing up the twinkle, and I splashed loads out everywhere. It almost went in the quinacridone magenta. And that would have just been the end of the world. Right, so let me just put that to one side. And can I get a new rag, please, darling? Darling Vanna. Here we go. Thank you, sweetheart. Yes, I bet they're all laughing now, saying, oh my gosh, look, there's a little bit of paint on his paint tray. And there's a little bit of paint on the silicone mat, and he's going mad cleaning. Okay, so let's just mix up this one. Now, like I said, I just accidentally hoofed a measurable amount over this and over the table again after dropping the first blueberry. So yeah, it's a little bit thin now, so I need to add a little bit more. Here we go. And hopefully that extra 2 mil will make up for the stuff that I inadvertently just flicked out there. And I'm sorry to say, I'm pretty sure it was just our pigment solution, so I'm not sure how bright this twinkle is going to be now. But here we go, look, lovely, lovely ribbon running off. Just leaves a trace for a second before it goes nicely back into the paint itself. Brilliant, that's twinkle. Now, let us just fill up our syringe again. Excellent. And like I've just said, we're going to put slightly less in these two tube paints because they already had viscosity, you know, thickness, that's what we mean. Well, that's what I mean when I say viscosity. So here we go, let's put 20 mil in, well no, let's just stop shy of 20. Here you go, 18, and then 18. Oh no. What an idiot. I've just gone and poured it straight into the wrong... I'm sorry guys, I was trying to take it easy and slowly, so I didn't make a stupid mistake like that. So we are going to have to start all over with... No, I accidentally put a hell of a lot more of the Bear 8300 in the twinkle I had just mixed up, rather than the crimson, the quinacridone magenta that was waiting for it. So I'm now going to mix this up quite quickly. So that's 18 mil in the solution, and it's still quite thick, quite thin. And we need it to match those other consistencies. So let's put another 4 in. So this would be now 22, which is slightly more, slightly less than we put in the pigment colors. So there we go, that looks a little bit better to use to me. What do you think of that, Kristey? Is that looking okay? And how about the other moderators in the chat? Yeah, it's holding up nicely. Yeah, perfect, that's great. So let's, Kristey says it's purple, of course it's amazing. So let me just mix us, oh, I nearly tipped the whole lot over then. Wouldn't that have just been a fantastic show and entertaining for everyone? So let me quickly just mix up some more of the twinkle, because that stuff over there is going to be so thick. It's going to be like glue So here we go, a nice amount again. Perfect, we don't, oh, I'm just going to be a little bit more generous, another little tiny amount. Remember, opening away from the face and closing away from the face, and you'd be really wise if you're not wearing gloves to, if you've got bare hands, be really wise to wipe them off every time you handle the pigments, okay guys? So now I just have to get this, well, we're just going to let that soak into itself for a minute. And now we're going to put the same amount, 22, boom, in the quinacridone magenta. I managed to get it in the right pot that time, friends. Okay, so I was originally planning on doing 2 blooms with these colours. One on a black pillow. Now that we've got Sherwin Williams colour to go back, yay! I was going to do one on a Tricorn black pillow and one on a white pillow. So next week I could have showed you the differences between transparent, semi-transparent paints more clearly if I have 2 examples, one on a white background and one on a black background. So there we go, that's our consistency there for the quinacridone magenta. That's pretty lovely. Let's just check again the prism violet. Yeah, that's pretty good. And check again too. And the little taps are just to get the air bubbles out, guys. There we go. Yep, I feel, yep, that they are pretty darn good and spot on. Excellent. So now we've just got to, I've just got to remix up some more of the twinkle, the duo interference. And we want to again mix it away from your face. Even if you can't see the mica in the air, believe me, there's a little tiny finite amount there, and we really don't want to breathe it in. So there we go, just patting down the edges, lovely. Now we're adding slightly more in the pigments, as I've said, to match the consistency of the already viscous tube paints. So, so I will start with, you know, a little bit less because we can add more if we need to. And if we need to thin it out, we can just put a little dash of Jo Sonja in there if we have put too much of the Behr 8300 in the mixture. Okay, so bingo, there we go. That's looking very nice indeed, I think. Da-da-da. There's the consistency, you can see. Holds up for a second, then just folds straight back in on itself. Excellent, and there we go, my friends. So that's the colours done. We have mixed up our CA. I hope you haven't been bored while we've been doing that, and you've been entertaining yourselves with lots of fun and laughs in the live chat there. Just giving them a little tap, tap, tap. So how are things in the live chat, Kristey? I can't see, and you're awfully quiet in my ear. Is everything okay, dear? Okay, fantastic. Again, if you've just joined us and you haven't seen, you weren't with us right at the beginning when I thanked you all for being here. Thank you for being here, friends. I greatly appreciate your support. Without it, I can't do what we're doing, or we can't do what we're doing. And, oh, somebody sent a sticker, whoever. Kathleen, thank you so much, darling. Kathleen, oh, I so appreciate that. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. So there we go. I said in the descriptions, we are going to be using the 8x8 square wooden cradle, and that's why you can see this is why I've got sorry, 2 lines drawn on my spinner, so I can always place it right in the middle. Is that a good view, Kristey? Fantastic. So because I messed up the had to remix the twinkle, I feel we might not quite have enough time for me to do the black one live as well, while still having enough time to go through the important stuff of the 2 competitions and before we head off to the next station, which is Venom Fluid Art in New South Wales. So I'm just going to move this around a little bit. Da, 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 da. I like moving the paint around like this sometimes rather than just spinning it. because I find it rather zen and therapeutic to move the paint around on the canvas like that. So there we go. That's a good view, right, guys? You can see nicely and clearly. Excellent. So just going to take my palette knife and spread these edges out because it's now summer where I am. It's got a bit warmer, and if I leave the puddle as it is, sometimes when it dries, I can see this funny ring mark, which is the ring of the puddle. If you're clever and you're quick, you can get away with it. And sometimes, obviously, when I'm doing the show, I'm talking a lot. So I need every little bit of help I can get. So we don't, here we go, have a displeasing end result. So, my friends, here we go. Give them a little tap first because they always like a little tap to get those bubbles out. Here is the golden peach. So pretty. It's just such a gorgeous, subtle colour. And then its flash of gold is just, it's its party piece. You know, it's a showstopper, a show stealer. And this is why I call them JellyBean Blooms, and how I seem to be able to find really nice simple colour combos that produce the jelly bean effect as such. And when we use a reflective like this first, like the beautiful golden peach, use a reflective first, and then the transparents on the top of them like that. We see through the transparents and it's nice and bright because of the white base. And then we see the golden peach at the bottom. And then the light reflects back up through them. And because of the light pillow rather, and we get that gorgeous jelly bean effect. And a jelly bean is a cell that is nicely faded in between colours and looks so plump and juicy, like a jelly bean, that you could pick it up and eat it. So there we go, friends. There's the 4 colours, nice and simple. Okay, now I've just got to take another little drink of water because I'm getting very dry. Right, 1 second. Vanna, I have my own voice playing back in my head. Thank you, there we go. So, okay guys, let's put some cell activator on. A nice bit, not too much, not too little. But look, it's haloing immediately and it's fantastic. Let me just move it around like that. You can get a better view of me doing this. Oh, that was very lucky. This thing fell out of my ear nearly into the... So I might have just disconnected Kristey where that fell out of my ear while I was blowing the bloom. But there you go, guys. I'm just gonna... just break up that cell activator a little bit there. And there we go, guys. You can see we've got some lovely cells here. Let me really just kind of get it back round this way. And I can just hold it up to you. There we go. It's very pretty indeed. So I'm just going to wet the edges. Dun, dun, dun. And I do this just to help the paint flow evenly over the edge and down onto my board. And then it can usually be nicely contained on the board and not go flying all over the kitchen, all over the cat, all over everything. Right, okay, so there we go, that's nice, and wet the edges nicely. So let's pray that some of these beautiful jelly beans are gonna come out. And here we go for the first spin, my friends. So you can see I don't spin very quickly. It's just enough to get the paint moving, meet the edge of the cradle, flow over the edge, and then down onto my board. And I leave this a little bit longer like this, just to give the paint as much chance as it can. Oh, I think I should have stirred up my recently made cell activator a little more because we've got a lot here. And we have some nice cells there in the middle. So it seems that I have lost Kristey in my ear, bless her. That's not to worry, we can just carry on, my friends. Maybe, I hope she's okay and there's no emergency. But in we go for the second spin. There we go. Spinning it a little bit faster just so we get more paint movement, and those beautiful cells in the middle are going to grow and be the main feature and focus of the piece. So there we go. You can see my fingers. Maybe, no you can't, sorry, there you go. My fingers are just on the edge of the board here as it spins, and it catches these drips, stops them making it to the edge of the board, and stops them splattering all over the kitchen. Now let me just give it a little tilt and a tip and see the movement. Oh, I don't have much movement anymore, so here we go, my friends. Look at those lovely jelly beans in the middle there. Fabulous jelly beans. So that's where we can see through the two transparent paints down to the lovely peach, to the lovely golden peach with the golden flash. And that's why it's so pretty. And I call it jelly beans. We call them jelly beans. So there we go, my friends. There we go. Not a terrible example at all. So I'm just going to give it a little torch, because I can see there's some air bubbles in there. And thankfully they're all in the colours, not actually in the pillow paint, and there's not many very white dots. Kristey is not answering, darling.
I know she's not.
Well, so stop it ringing in my ears, please, darling. Thank you. Excellent. I'm going to get rid of these because I don't like them in my ears either, because those things are not very good with the Bluetooth signal that they put through your head to connect to each other. But here we go, my friends. There you go. My JellyBean Bloom. So we have got just a few minutes left, because as we know, we like to finish a little bit early. I'm sorry we didn't get the chance to do one on the black pillow, but I shall do that, and we will have the dried results of these two next week. I'm just cleaning my hands up so I can touch the camera, because the camera is my phone and I don't want to cover the phone in paint or anything like that. So bingo, there we go. Hello, my friends. So sorry to have lost you, Kristey. I do hope you're okay. There's no Kristey in my ear anymore. So fantastic. There we go. So Vanna, my darling, would you like to bring down the GameChanger giveaway? So we're going to go over the prize again. There we go. We had the foresight to actually stick this down. Let's bring the camera in and close. Da, da, da. There we go. Thank you, Vanna. So one thing we did change was we took out one of these pots, because this whole GameChanger giveaway was so heavy, it would have cost a fortune in the shipping. So we took out one of these large pots, and we can make another smaller giveaway. But it's the spinner. Thank you so much to the lovely Danny Troop that donated her old spinner when she upgraded. And thank you anonymously to the lovely JellyBean that donated lots of these paints to us, to the cause, so we could actually help you guys out that are less fortunate. So here we go. We've got the gold, we've got the Prussian blue, we have some boom gel in there, we have some pigments in there, and what is missing from this picture is 2 8-ounce bottles. One of the 8-ounce bottles will be Australian Floetrol, and the other one will be the Dynamic Chomp hand cleaner that everybody really wanted. If you would like to win this, please watch my channel and video number 69. It is called How to Do a Bloom Transfer for Beginners. If you could please just watch it in its entirety. If you've already seen it, just press play and watch again and walk away. Just let it play. I'm trying to maintain my watched hours the same way we're trying to build everybody else's watch hours. And I'm going to, yes, please watch the video 69 and comment love, and we'll randomly pick a winner next Saturday or Sunday morning, and we will reveal the winner of the GameChanger giveaway. So thank you so much, Vanna, darling. Now, we also have the last week's canvas giveaway. I shall just grab that, and Vanna will hold it for us while I am chitty chat waffling. Here is last week's canvas. Oh, Luciana, thank you so much, Luciana. That was so generous of you. Thank you, darling. Last week's canvas giveaway. So what I want you to do this week is please watch Kreations by Kristey. Okay, please go to her channel and subscribe if you haven't. She's next after Darren on the Acrylic Crazy Train. Please go to her channel, subscribe, and watch her video number 28. Okay, number 28, and comment love on it. One thing I am going to ask you though, guys, because it's getting ridiculously expensive with all of the shipping, whoever does win, if you please know that I'm going to ask you to pay for the shipping to send it to you, okay? I don't think that's too much to ask. Ask him very nicely. But yes, please watch Kreations by Kristey is the YouTube channel. her video number 28, and please, yes, comment love, and we will pick the winner for next week. So there we go. Excellent. Oh, the little cat has come down. I just need another drink of water, my friends. So we are 5 minutes, exactly perfect. Oh, thank you very much. So please stick around, because the next station is all the way around the world in Australia and New South Wales, and we are going to Venom Fluid Art. In the description list of this live video right there, there are all of the links to everybody's premiere on the live acrylic crazy train that we are now about to embark upon, or leave Canada at least and start to head for Australia and New South Wales. After Darren at Venom Fluid Art, it is Kristey, the darling #1 from Kreations by Kristey. And she's back in Illinois. And then we are going to Sheldon, Shelrock Art, who is in Maryland. And then after Sheldon, it's Britt Clayton Design, Britt from Britt Clayton Design. She's in Texas. And then the last stop is in North Carolina, I believe, right, Lance? And it's for Pouring Together with Lance Travis. So I can't thank you enough for joining me, my friends. Thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you so much for all of the lovely people that sent me stickers. You really humble me and blow me away. It really is very, very kind of you, and I thank you very, very much. So we're at 56 minutes. I really want to leave it just a little bit short, so it's not the full hour, so it's a little more kind of manageable for people to watch back that couldn't actually watch the live. And a big shout out to everybody that is watching this back, not actually during the live. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think of the show, and what you would like to see on the show. This brings me to a great little conclusion. If you could please put in the comments what you would like to see on the show, what you are having trouble with, what you would like me to go over with you, something like that, so we can really make the show as interactive as we can, really answering any of those questions that you guys have at home. A huge thank you to all of our delicious, darling moderators in the live chat, and you're going to see me in the live chat now in Venom Fluid Art in a few minutes. Big shout out to all of you guys, big shout out to all of our jelly beans and all of our wonderful passengers on the acrylic crazy train. Please join us aboard on Facebook, and as always, my friends, thank you so much. Apologies for not answering questions myself. I can't, not yet. We're going to get the setup where I can do that. Thank you so much, my lovely friends, and as always, happy pouring.